Hi, it's Dr. Ron Kaiser here, and this is a video that I have some trepidation about doing because it's called Anxiety Can Be Motivating Up to a Point. And I know that there will be some people who are going to be listening in who are highly anxious and who will say, geez, that's right. I knew it all the time. The most important thing to do is to be anxious. And I don't want that to be the lesson that we come away with. What I do want to be the lesson is the fact that up to a point, anxiety can be a great motivator because it helps you to get started on meeting your goals. So, in other words, you do need a certain amount of anxiety. A totally anxiety free life is probably not practical and probably not even all that healthy. You need enough anxiety to be able to lead your life in a way that is productive. So when you set a goal, anxiety is one of those things that says, okay, I'm going to get started by this point in time. Anxiety is one of the things that gets you moving. Uh, Anxiety helps you from having fears of overload and so on because it helps you to process things and organize yourself in various ways. Anxiety becomes destructive if it doesn't lead to productivity, if it leads to overthinking, overanalyzing, stuckness, things of that nature, then you essentially are turning the anxiety in on yourself rather than using it to get excited about the plans that you may have for the future. So I encourage you to recognize you can't eliminate anxiety, but you can control it. You can reduce it and you can use it appropriately as a motivating factor to get you going, to have enough anxiety to remind you, am I far enough along? Uh, to have enough anxiety to remind you that, hey, I started this 2 days ago. When am I going to get back to finishing it? And help you to do that. But if you're going to be anxious for 2 days saying, geez, I don't know how I'm going to do it, this is hard, all that kind of stuff, then it becomes a self defeating force rather than a motivating one. So, uh, the difference between productive people and unproductive people is very often in the degree of anxiety. By the same token, the difference between productive, positive, well performing people and people who stay busy but not productive is also likely the degree of anxiety. You need just enough to keep you motivated and keep you going, but not so much as to lead to overthinking, self defeating behaviors, and non productive behaviors. So, again, I know a lot of people have levels of anxiety that requires treatment. Uh, it's not something you can totally eliminate, but you can, but that level of anxiety is non-productive and really uh, emotionally distressing. And emotional distress doesn't lead to anything particularly positive. So again, if you're feeling anxious about the notion that I've got this goal, I've got to get started, that's okay. Then get started. Use it as a motivating factor. Use it as a guide for what you have to do. Uh, but if you are doing it, then don't overthink. It's kind of like back in our school days. If you're not anxious, then you won't study. If you're not anxious enough to be able to pick up a book, if you're not anxious enough about what my grade is going to be or how this is going to impact upon my career. But if you're so anxious that you're reading the book and at the same time being doubtful that this is going to do any good, what are the chances that you're going to do very well on any test or on remembering the stuff? Use anxiety productively. Don't deny that you have it. Just don't let it define you. Take care until next time. It's Dr. Ron Kaiser wishing you the best. Look forward to seeing you here at the Mental Health Gym website or any other places that you can find me on social media. Take care.